for the season. It's the Vikings and the Cowboys. Next on Madden Football.
3/4 of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. No run back here. Making their way out. And they'll be led out by their quarterback now in his 3rd season in the league.
I like this guy, and the reason I do, he tends to stay on an even keel. Doesn't let too much ruffle him. He will manage the game the way it needs to be managed, take what the defense gives him, and then he can strike at times. Had a touchdown pass. Yes, he had an interception last week, but he found a way for his team to win.
Well, this defense for the Cowboys, they were terrific a week ago in the win over Washington.
And as in any game, takeaways are always a big key. They're always discussed on defense. There's an emphasis there, and they came away with 3 interceptions in that game.
To throw on 2nd down, Woodall. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Well, the first drive here and the first time that we've called a big
on the perimeter because that'll draw the defense towards him in the middle of the field. Now your wide receivers will get involved as this game goes on.
No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. On the return is Williams. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And trotting out there, a guy who's established himself as a veteran in this league, now in his 5th year at quarterback.
And he ought to have a lot of pep in his step after last week's performance because he did exactly as you want him to play if you're a coach. 3 touchdown passes, 0 interceptions, which usually means you're making a lot of right decisions out there.
And got him to win. First down, Young. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks.
This is an offense that's near the bottom of the league in rushing, so defensively coming in, you've got to know you're going to see the ball in the air a lot. And that time, it's a completion and a 1st down on this opening drive.
So 5 yards here, 5 on the play, and it's 2nd down.
The Cowboys hit 500, hit 6 and 6. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
And look at this defense for the Vikings.
They were excellent last week in the win over the Chargers.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course, but pretty nice effort.
Now a 1st down throw for Young. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
Nice progress down the field, was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
On 2nd down, Young.
He'll find Lamb. That's complete.
And this is going to turn into another 1st down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30. Give them 11 yards that time and a new set of downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Young. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
And now we're going to get a stoppage. A member of the Cowboys shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. Hands it off out of the gun.
And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback.
On the season. And the Cowboys get the upper hand as they're on the board first here this afternoon. Extra point right down the middle. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. And the Vikings taking the field here for their second drive of the game. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
The numbers last week for Mitchell. 15 carries, 59 yards, and a touchdown.
They're coming off of back-to-back wins, and I think a lot of credit belongs to this guy right here because, to me, he's not only carried his weight, he's carried a few other guys along as well. He's helped draw defensive attention away from not just him, but open things up for his teammates, too. So if this winning streak is going to continue to have some legs to it, he has to remain effective and put together another nice game.
Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. And he will have a Vikings first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. You look at this Cowboy defense. Against the pass, just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
And those are the kind of plays that this unit needs to make because they know that going against a team of this magnitude and the way that they're playing, they cannot afford to let them get on a roll or chip away their timing.
That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it's 3rd and 4 now. Operating from the gun. Woodall able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Vikings first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4. Operating from the gun. Woodall. He's going to find Jefferson open downfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Up the middle they go. Russell. And he'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? He going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
After 7-0. Second quarter now from Minnesota. It's the Vikings in possession of the football. So they need 2 yards here on 3rd down. Remember, they're already 2 of 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. Once again, it's Mitchell. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down. Blankenship's kick is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal, you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
Off the play fake, Young. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And he backs it away, and it falls down incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender. Couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
And his throw is incomplete. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. on the set, and it's going to lead him to fourth down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt.
And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Minnesota now ready for their next possession. And, Charles, you look at these two teams, and these are those kind of litmus test games in the second half of the season that if you're a coach or a player, you can either really look forward to them or really dread them, depending on your point of view.
And if you're dreading them, you're not going to go very far in the playoffs. You need to look forward to these kind of games because here we've got two division leaders, both real contenders for the NFC title. And you're right, you love having easy games on your schedule, but you need some games like this to toughen you up a bit and ensure that you're ready for the shock of playoff football.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
And take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Off the play fake. Woodall.
Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Now a quick slant as the throw's complete. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 29-yard line. It's an 11-yard pickup. Thought they'd run it on 3rd and 1. Not the case. Douglas, the man in motion.
Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and they'll look to throw it off play action.
This is caught. Touchdown, Vikings.
Justin Jefferson.
29 yards. And the Vikings have taken the lead.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And the lead is now 10-7.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. Fair catch called for and taken back near the goal line. So that'll come out to the 25. The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And they came into play here off 2 straight victories. Are back to 500 on the year. But, Charles, is this little mini run coming too late to salvage their season?
Well, they definitely dug themselves a hole that leaves them needing to play almost perfect football from here on out. But I do believe they think that they've got this thing turned around, and they are capable of doing exactly that.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. To throw, Young. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. That muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
He's got his target. That's complete. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Here's Young from the shotgun. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling. From Viking territory now, they'll come up 1st and 10 at the 43. It'll be Young, and it'll bring up 2nd.
Well, many times when you talk about mobile quarterbacks, you get the sense that they... any bad situation. They keep moving around and trying to emulate guys like the Scrambler or the Dodger. Instead, they keep losing yardage and digging themselves a hole that they can't get out of.
He will go out right right near the 35-yard line. A good pickup there, 18 yards as they get closer for third down.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them.
He finds his man complete. It's Saunders. So they'll get nothing out of that play, and it'll be second down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Young on third down. Touchdown! John Mechie. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Cowboys have retaken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 14-10. The kick team out there for the Cowboys as they run up to send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Justin Jefferson and the rest of this offense, they've got their helmets back on, and they're ready for this next series. He's up near 100 yards now here in the second quarter, but his team's down.
Through no fault of his own. I mean, what a nice game he's having so far. They've got to keep finding ways to get him the football. Don't get away from that. Figure out where things are going wrong with the rest of the team.
He'll be hoping to hit that 100-yard mark on this drive. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Back to throw. Woodall going underneath. He's got Hawkinson. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. Looking to throw. Woodall. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. The call for a fair catch, and it's made at about the 23-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
On 1st and 10, Young.
He gets this one to Mechie.
And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That play going for 16 yards to start the drive. First down. Talk about a big first half. Already has the 2 touchdowns, adding to his receiving total there and picking up the first down.
He's coming off the line so fast. I think he's intimidating the defensive backs with his explosiveness, and he's chipping away at their confidence.
He finds his man complete. It's Saunders. The Cowboys going to use their second timeout now, as they'll stop him with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter. 1st and 10, Young.
That is caught by Lamb.
The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. To the air once more, Young. And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas. A great play there as the first half is winding down.
And the Cowboys will extend their lead here just before halftime.
Point after, right down the middle. And that makes it a 21-10 game.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away.
And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25.
And the Vikings going to take over here one more time before the half.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
So we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the third quarter. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gunn, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Out comes CeeDee Lamb and the rest of the Dallas offense. And the previous drive put him up over 1,000 yards for the season. So now it's what you like to refer to, my friend, as gravy time, right?
It is. I mean, he's done it, right? He's accomplished the goal. So the good players, they relax a little, they bask in it. They think this is, okay, we've done what we set out to do. The great players decide to push that number as high as they possibly can. I don't expect him to have any let-up in his game the rest of the way.
Great thing if you're on the opposite side. He's such a weapon. He just opens things up for the other guys around him.
Yeah, if you're the opposite receiver, you should expect a few passes to come your way, too, because I've got to kick coverage in his direction.
Meanwhile, Young's throw pulled in by Lamb. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Cowboys. Of the third quarter. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. That drive started on their own 25. 2 plays, 75 yards later, into the end zone. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. It's the Vikings' turn on offense. We get ready for their first possession of the second half. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Back to throw. Woodall. Going underneath, he's got Hawkinson. It'll be a gain of 5, and that's going to bring up second down.
On first down, he located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 39. A good pick up there of 20 yards. On the handoff, Mitchell. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. Another modest gain there on that one. And I think, Charles, you can probably pin part of the deficit on a failure on their part to really get this ground game established.
Yeah, they've really struggled to be multidimensional in this one, haven't they, partner? Because they have to be extremely one-dimensional now if they hope to get back into this game. They'll have to do it by throwing the football and hope to have success through the air.
Yellow, line, opposite, green.
A give here to Mitchell. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
That ground game contained again there, Charles, and that's really a big reason that they're trailing right now.
And give a lot of credit to that defensive front. That's exactly what they worked for all week, to try and take away the run game, make them one-dimensional. And
he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player.
A long way to go here on third down for the 8th play of the drive. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. And his first throw since coming in is incomplete.
Well, that play was certainly a little bit different because on the previous play, he was sacked. This time, protection a lot better. Had time to survey the field and still couldn't find an open receiver.
Blankenship's kick is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15.
So that maybe not exactly what they were hoping for, but it does get them back within a couple of scores.
And at this point in the third quarter, you don't have much margin for error, and that means you can't have drives that end with nothing. Whether it's a punt, a turnover on downs, those have to go away. You have to end with a kick, either a field goal or an extra point after a touchdown.
From a star in college to a star in the NFL, CeeDee Lamb at wide receivers, he brings out this offense.
He's been his typical solid and reliable self, hasn't he, Charles?
When you have that go-to receiver that you can count on in the situation where you absolutely have to have him, there's nothing better for anybody who's throwing the football. But the best part is the payoff. 2 touchdowns already. That's the bottom line when you throw the ball to a guy.
Absolutely. Not over 100 yards right now, but he does have the 2 touchdown catches. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
And quickly to the outside, that's caught by Lamb.
And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 22 yards there, a first down. Those are the kinds of plays right there that show you why he's the number 3 man in the NFL in terms of receiving yards.
It also tells you there's a full combination of what he's got going in his game. You name it, from route running to catching the football. That's why he's able to produce those types of numbers.
Call it a gain of 3 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down.
And that's a good job there by the corner. And we do talk about this a lot, that a lot of corners see their job as simply covering receivers. Tackling isn't everyone's thing. But in this case, he came up quickly and made a nice, sure tackle.
On 2nd down now, it's Wagner. And it's still about 3 yards shy of a first as the 4-yard pickup brings it to 3rd down.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. He finds his man complete. It's Saunders. And this is going to turn into another first down as the tackle is made at the Vikings 30. A 3rd down conversion with a strong gain of 14.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
And the result here, a pickup of 8, leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down.
Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. 41 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, this has been a long drive. In fact, he's eaten up a good chunk of the 3rd quarter, which is precisely what you want when you're playing with the lead. You control the football, you control the clock, and impose your will on the defense.
And he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
In my book, that's running the ball well, but with intelligence. How about him keeping the clock moving, staying in bounds?
Yeah, even though it's the 3rd quarter, you're thinking ahead, aren't you? This is where your running game can really help you with a lead in the 2nd half.
And this ball is caught by Lamb. Touchdown, Dallas.
An 11-yard touchdown.
And the Cowboys will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead opens up now to 22 points. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. There's a glimpse of Justin Jefferson, the wide receiver, as he and the Minnesota Vikings return back here on offense.
And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well. And how many times have we done games where we've seen a guy have a big game like this? But it's usually not by himself, is it? Right. Usually it opens it up for other people to have big games as well.
And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch it. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On first down, Tobin. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
They'll look to throw again. He finds Douglas complete.
Even against double coverage, he found enough of an opening for a noticeable gain. Two guys on him, yet he finds a way to uncover downfield for the completion.
Again, he'll drop to throw.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
On third down, here's Mitchell.
And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
They had yet to run the ball at all on this drive, but third and short, definitely was a great time to dial one up.
Another run with Mitchell.
And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
On second down, here's Mitchell.
A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. And this offense on third down today, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Tobin. Being chased out left. Breaks a tackle. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
And, partner, I would guess that in his headset he was hearing from his coach, it's third down, don't take a sack. And in this case, he's able to avoid the pressure and get out of there. He doesn't get the first down, but he does turn a possible loss into positive yardage.
And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Douglas. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Looking to throw on second down. Tobin, he's got his man. It's taken in for a Viking touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Vikings have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. 2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Cowboys are able to recover. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
On play action, Young. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and give the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the first down marker is here on 3rd. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. Well, let's see how the off. There, they elect to go on 4th and 11. Young will set to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Cowboys here unable to convert on 4th down. And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Back to throw. Tobin got his man complete over the middle. That's Russell. Now whistles and a timeout. Looks like we've got a Viking slow to get up.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Looking to throw. Tobin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset.
Here's 1st and 10.
They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Now left side, a completion to his tight end. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Here comes 2nd down.
Back to throw. Tobin over the middle, complete. That's Douglas. 1st down now, but that clock rolling. Looking to throw. Tobin, he finds his man, complete. It's Douglas. The Vikings in the hurry up. They're hustling up to the line. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Back to throw again. And he's got it. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Eluding the pressure right. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, here in the final minute, things get a little bit tighter.
Extra point by Blankenship is up and good.
And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So with under 30 seconds to play, this is the game right here. And the Cowboys are going to secure the football, and with it, they'll just about secure the victory as well. The risk reward. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling, and whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things. Now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
Now it looks like he'll throw here.
Another one to C.D. Lamb. He's got it.
The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds remaining. On the crossing route, complete. That's Saunders. And he's across for the late touchdown. And in the final seconds, that one should just about put a capper on this game. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now up to 14. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it's capped off with a Cowboys touchdown. And from back there, a wise move. He'll just sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Throwing to start the drive. Tobin. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
He's going to let it fly. that will be incomplete.